As the swallow said, there's going to be bells and whistles and things like that. When you hear bells, don't rush the bar. When you hear whistles, salute. And then we're going to start off. So we're going to be wishing farewells, customary in the Navy to do a retirement ceremony, especially for chiefs. And today we're going to recognize the dedicated leadership and efforts of Chief Cronin and Chief Abeyta. And we're going to start off with their awards. So Chief Petty Officers Cronin and Abeyta, front and center. Assembled military members, attention. For Chief Robert Abeyta. Chief Electronics Technician Robert Abeyta, United States Navy, distinguished himself by exceptional meritorious service as NATO deployable, transportable, and satellite ground terminal instructor while assigned to NATO Communications and Information Systems School, Latina, Italy from 2 February 2010 to 30 August 2013. During this period, the outstanding professional skill, leadership, and ceaseless efforts of Chief Abeyta resulted in major contributions to the effectiveness and success of various nationally critical programs. Relying on his background as an ET for the U.S. Navy, he expertly trained 300 military and civilian students on the operation and maintenance of all NATO fixed and mobile satellite communication equipment in preparation for deployment and exercises throughout the European and Middle Eastern theater. The distinctive accomplishments of Chief Abeyta culminate a distinguished career in the service of his country and reflect great credit upon himself, the United States Navy, and the Department of Defense. And next is Chief Cronin. These are also the Defense Meritorious Service Medals. Chief Electronic Technician Ronald M. Cronin, Jr., United States Navy, distinguished himself by exceptional meritorious service as NATO Maritime Command and Control Information System Project Manager, Administrator and Lead Instructor as Section Head of the Web Information Services Department, and as Senior Enlisted Leader while assigned to NATO NCISS Latina from 17 October 2010 to 30 August 2013. During this period, the outstanding professional skill, leadership, and ceaseless efforts of Chief Cronin resulted in major contributions to the effectiveness and success of various nationally critical programs. He expertly trained 268 students on Web Information Services environment in preparation for international security assistance force deployments and other direct support to operations in theater. The distinctive accomplishments of Chief Cronin culminate a distinguished career in the service of his country and reflect great credit upon himself, the United States Navy, and the Department of Defense. So, at ease. The next, it's customary in the Navy to hand out certain certificates from the President of the United States. Also from the Senior Enlisted Leader of the Navy, which is we call the MCPON, and also from the governors of each member state. So I'll just read the one certificate. This is from the President Obama. Chiefs, I extend to you my personal thanks and sincere appreciation of a grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the profound traditions of military service. Your commitment and dedication have been an inspiration for those who will follow in your footsteps and for all Americans who join me today in saluting you for a job extremely well done. My best wishes to you for your happiness and success in the future. Regards, Commander-in-Chief. You guys show them that certificate. This is what this certificate looks like.
From the President.
From the President. Also, next would be the, I'm not going to read this one. Show it to the crowd. This is from the Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy, Mike Stevens. Just the Big Pond certificate. This is California. And then finally, the last certificates we have to give are California and Texas. You can see the different love the military has based in the certificates given by the state. This is from Texas. God bless the Republic of Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
I show you California's, but it was just a mimeograph sheet.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
All right, and now the following presentation is called The Watch. It's customary to do this. Side boys, host. Boatswain, stand by to pipe the side. This order has been passed on naval ships from the 1500s through today. Many navies in the world have used the boatswain's call and side boys to bring aboard or send ashore its officers and all visiting officers and dignitaries. Side boys would haul in the ropes and raise or lower the boarding platform so these important persons would not have to climb the lines when going ashore or coming aboard. It was not uncommon for the commanding officer of a ship to order up the jolly boat, a crew of 8 strong backs, side boys, and a boatswain to send an old shipmate and fellow officer to a shore retirement, home, never to sail on naval ships again. All hands on deck was passed, and speeches were made about great victories, battles fought upon the open sea, raging storms weathered, and voyages to distant and strange lands with ports of call others only dreamed about. In the late 1700s, the United States Navy set sail with new ideas, new goals, and a desire to build traditions that would stand the test of time. The 1800s saw enlisted men holding retirements for enlisted men for the first time. The captain would allow the jolly boat to take the enlisted retiree ashore. After the American Civil War, commanding officers began to hold enlisted retirement ceremonies to show the crew that they and the Navy recognized the contributions of enlisted servicemen. Today, we still honor the years served, the guidance, the leadership, the friendship, and the expertise that our shipmates have freely given over the years. Chiefs Cronin and Abeyta, United States Navy. For many years, these men stood the watch. While some of us lay in our beds at night, they stood the watch. While others of us were attending school, these sailors stood the watch. And yes, even before many of us were born, these shipmates stood the watch. As our families watched storm clouds of war building on the horizons of history, these chiefs stood the watch. Though they saw their families ashore, often needing their presence, they still stood the watch. For over 20 years, these chiefs stood the watch so that we and our fellow countrymen could sleep soundly in safety each night. Today, we are here to say, shipmate, the watch stands relieved by those you have led, guided, and trained. Chiefs, you stand relieved. We have the watch. Line 2 Howard, stand by to ring aside. Shipmates going ashore.
Aye, Chief.
Chief Abeyta, Erlaubnis von Bord zu gehen erteilt. Permission to go ashore granted.
Chief Electronics Technician, Surface Warfare, Robert Abeyta and family, United States Navy, retired, departing.
I got a story.
Chief Cronin, Erlaubnis von Bord zu gehen erteilt. Permission to go ashore granted.
Chief Electronics Technician, Surface Warfare, Ronald Cronin, United States Navy, retired, departing. And thank you for taking history, and that's it. Enjoy some drinks. Say goodbye to our farewells.
Thank you very much for